Hey, gun people. Well, somebody put a link here. I don't know when this was up, if it was up when I did the video or not, but I didn't see it. So, San Sheriff evidently has this complete footage on this video. So, I will put a link to this in the other video because, of course, the media manipulated the footage, and that's why I was so hard on the cops, because I thought they had a chance to pull him out before. The media showed after the shooting where he was saying, "I'll get out." And they didn't let him know it was after the shooting, so that's why I thought the cops shot him when they could have pulled him out. I still think this is a bad shooting, but I think it for other reasons. So let's go through the body footage.
Hello, I'm Stanislaus County Sheriff Jeff Dirksey. That ended with a deputy involved shooting erratically. 85-year-old Xiao Meng
85. I said he was 79. 85.
Yang was standing on North Grattan Road, waving his arms and stopping passing cars. The caller said Yang's wife then coaxed him back inside their home.
So we already knew on the first call that he was having mental issues and he was 85. This is known to officers because they went back the second time. That's why I think this shooting's bullshit. But anyway.
When our deputies arrived, Mr. Yang was outside. When they tried to talk to him, he got into a Bobcat tractor and drove away.
They don't show the video footage of them talking to him before he's in the tractor. When they show him, I think he's already in the tractor.
On his own property.
In his own property is key.
Talked to him, he got into a Bobcat tractor and drove away on his own property.
He drove away on his own property and destroying his own property. The wife called the cops. Now, if he's 85, I got to assume she's close to 82. And she's calling the cops for help because she can't deal with it. She's not calling the cops to come kill him. Unfortunately, in this day and age, with cops wanting to find a reason to shoot you because it's easy, when you call the cops, you're pretty much calling the cops to come shoot somebody. You should just think that. And that's exactly what government wants you to think. Government doesn't want you calling them and bothering them. They think they should get paid to do nothing but eat donuts and to hang out at the fire station and go fix dinner, etc. So when you call them, they're going to be pissed and they're going to make you pay one way or the other.
The man's wife said he was acting strangely and had a medical appointment the next day. There was no crime reported, so our deputies cleared the call and left the scene.
No crime, and they left.
Less than an hour later, at about 5:40 p.m., deputies were again dispatched to the rural home, but this time it was reported that Mr. Yang was acting violently. He was again in the Bobcat and destroying fencing on his own property.
Notice he says acting violently, and then he said he was in his own Bobcat on his own property destroying his own fence. How do we know that him and his wife didn't have an argument and she's been bitching about him removing the fence and he's like, fuck it, I'll just go out there and remove the fence, and then she called the cops? We don't know that. That's why when this guy sits up here with a straight face and says, well, he was destroying property and he was acting violent against his fence. I didn't know you could be violent against a fence. Is that a new crime that they snuck in the middle of the night? Now you can be violent against your fence? If I slam my tailgate too hard, is that going to be acting violently? If I slam my door, is that going to be the new catchphrase for he was acting violent, therefore we can shoot him? It's bullshit.
Property. Deputies tried to gain compliance from Mr. Yang, and he refused. Ultimately, he drove the Bobcat at both a passing motorist and one of our own deputies in his patrol vehicle on Grattan Road, which resulted in the deputy-involved shooting.
Notice he says he did this and it resulted in a shooting. He didn't say they happened in close proximity. He didn't say he was shot while in the act of driving his Bobcat at a car and a person. He just kind of slid that in there, kind of like, oh, he was acting violent against his fence. And he drove a car, not really when they shot him, but earlier. And then we had to shoot him. Notice how slick this guy made this seem like a really justified shooting.
A warning. We begin with a map of the location and...
I don't need to know about a damn map.
Contacted him a little bit ago. What's it called, Timmy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we heard this on the thing.
Okay, we're on the way. Okay, thanks.
So here's where they push their agenda. They get to write what they want you to believe. They're planting seeds, so when they water it later with, oh, our officers had to defend their lives. They were in fear of their safety. They were heroes. We were called there twice. It wasn't our fault. We called the big red truck to save him. Notice they didn't say the officer fired 17 rounds from a position of cover, hiding in the dark behind a tree when Mr. Yang was not threatening anybody. He fired 17 rounds and hit him 3 times in the leg. No, we didn't say that. Deputies just engaged a service revolver and Grattan Road motorist was heading in the direction of the incident. Mr. Yang had 3 gunshot wounds to his legs. We'll just slide that in there like a little icing on a donut.
Yang!
So see, it starts, it doesn't show when they contact him. The sheriff said they contacted him before he got in a Bobcat. Why didn't they stop him from getting in? What happened? Why aren't we getting that footage? Why does it start when he's already in the Bobcat? Because you can't trust government. It's not transparent, and they're pushing their agenda just like the left-wing media.
Come here! Huh? What? Maybe, I don't know. Yang! Come.
So I'll stand 40 feet away and shine a flashlight in your eyes in the middle of the night and tell you to come toward me. Who wants to walk at a 1200 lumen flashlight burning your freaking retina in the middle of the night and walk toward you? Why don't you walk toward him? Freaking pussy-ass cops.
Talk to me.
You've already talked to him 1 hour earlier, and he's an 85-year-old man with mental issues. Look how far these cops are standing away, shining lights, escalating the scene, waiting, just biding time until they can get that moment when deadly force is authorized, when we can say we were in fear of our lives, when we have to say we were protecting the public. If we just wait long enough and hide and yell and scream at a guy with dementia, knowing that will probably agitate him, we can probably get this escalated to where we can shoot him. It's just outrageous the way cops manipulate shit now, and then you got the sheriff sitting up here. Oh, the officers had to fire to protect themselves. He was driving a Bobcat right at him. Yeah, sure he was.
Sheriff's office. Are you okay? Can you... Huh? What?
You can't even hear the dude. You're so freaking far away with your flashlight. You're screaming and yelling. Now you're saying, what? What? Here's a little tip for you cops that want to shoot somebody. If you stand far away from a dude with dementia and shine a light at him and keep saying, what, maybe he'll get in a vehicle and drive closer because he's 85 and he don't want to walk and he's sitting in a vehicle. Maybe you'll get him to drive closer, and as he drives closer, you can say, I thought he was trying to run me over and I shot him and killed him. There you go. There's your pro tip for you cops that want to get in shootings.
Right there. You can say like this one.
Now, I want you to remember, there is no crime being committed. A guy's in his own Bobcat on his own property tearing up his own fence. I mean, it would be like if I went outside and I did a controlled burn, the fire department showed up, ran down my fences, came over and squirted the hose and held me back and saved me because I was burning my trash. This is what we have here. We have cops showing up, no crime, pulling their cars up, shining lights, screaming at a guy, pointing guns at him, and then end up killing him, and it's not their fault. I'm telling you, man, we are living in some freaking high treason tyranny freaking times.
If they were saying, what to something, I thought the state is something wrong. Somebody can do by, you know.
L6, 1033. L6, 1033.
I can feel the fear just by watching it. It's scary. I'm in fear of my safety. I must protect myself.
Start a couple more units this way.
Oh, we need more units. Really dangerous. I'm really scared.
Yeah, Ephraim. He's breaking down his fences and he's trying to get out.
He's breaking down his fences and he's trying, what can I say he's trying? How can I make this a crime? He's trying to get out. He's trying to get out of his own property with tearing down his own fence. That's the crime? I got to find something to request more units. I'm in fear of my safety. I mean, look how close I am. Shit, I mean, good grief. He could, like, launch a grenade this far and he might hit me. What the hell?
Copy. That unit, back up. He's going to come at you with the...
How do you know he's going to come at you? I mean, look, I agree with this guy. Don't be running up on him with a unit. He's driving around tearing down his fence. He's kind of acting crazy. Why do you want to pull up on a guy? So the idiot in that car with his flashing lights is government coming in to save the day because this other cop that's scared that ends up shooting him is calling for more units.
Back up, back up, back up. Just create distance.
Yeah, see, if I pull up with my red lights and back away slowly, maybe I can draw him in, he'll chase me. And then I can shoot him. I mean, it almost seems like they're like, how can we do things to agitate this guy to get him to do something so we can shoot him? I mean, it's just crazy. And the DA is going to charge this guy. Won't charge the cops.
But get out of, just get away from your car. Yeah, just back up.
So this guy's lurking around, the one that ended up shooting him, in the trees, hidden, stalking a guy on his own property, tearing up his own fence, committing no crime. And he's requested more police. He's got units pulling up with their lights shining them on him. And we're totally agitating a guy with dementia, and we're wondering why it ends up being a shooting. Because government came in to save the day, to protect and serve the shit out of him.
He's going at the police car.
Oh, man, you can hear the excitement in his voice. Yes! Deadly force is authorized. He's going after the police car. Now I can say I'm have to protect the other officer. Just listen to the excitement of this guy's voice. He knows he gets to shoot right here. I think this officer made the determination he was going to shoot this guy right here. And he's lurking around in the bushes just waiting for the opportunity when he could justify shooting this guy.
He's going at the police car.
Yeah, he's going after him so bad that the police car drove away and he doesn't even chase him.
We're going to need a lot more units.
We're going to need a lot more units. Really?
We're going to need a lot more units.
Yeah, because this is an emergency. A guy's on his own property. We're shining lights on him. He drove at one of us, maybe to talk to us to see why your lights are flashing. Maybe he can't hear because he's 85 and he's in a fucking machine that's making a lot of noise. Maybe he wanted to get closer to ask you a question on why the fuck the cops are here shining lights and screaming at him and he can't hear you. Maybe that's what he was doing. No, Rick. He went at the police and he was trying to kill him and their job's really tough. They're all heroes and they had to save the day and shoot him. Okay. Freaking idiots. Promoting tyranny and pushing it along the way. Funding it. So he pulls up in front of a car. This is a passenger. I don't think it's a cop. It's somebody driving down the road. He doesn't hit the car. He's not a danger to the car. He doesn't do anything to the car. He actually stops in front of the car. Probably because he's like, are you the cop that just had your lights on? And he probably got close enough because it's at night and there's bright lights in his eyes and he's got dementia. He's 85 and he can't hear or see any damn way. And the cops are like, man, we just got to figure out a way to shoot this guy.
All right. He's going after a civilian.
Now, because he's parked in the middle of the street trying to figure out what's going on, because he's got dementia, Okay, here's a pro tip for you cops. People with dementia do things that aren't normal. So for you to immediately sign that they're trying to kill everybody they talk to because that's the way you think, that's not necessarily the case. So he turns away from the car that they just said, oh, he went after a car. He's going after civilians now. We got to kill him. I must shoot. So we have another car pulling up with his lights and siren on, and the guy's like, what the? I mean, I bet you this guy's right now like, what the hell's going on? I still haven't seen him actively try to kill or hurt anybody. I mean, these cops are literally playing cat and mouse tag. Let me drive my car at night with my lights and siren on and confuse the hell out of an 85-year-old man with dementia. And then when we have to shoot him, we'll blame it on him. Out freaking rageous. He pulls up in front of this car again for the second time and does not. If I was working on a civil lawsuit for the cops, I would tear these officers apart. You saw him approach his car twice and he never did any aggressive action and he didn't destroy any property but his own property. And you guys were playing cat and mouse with an 85-year-old dude with dementia in a truck to where he can't hear you screaming and yelling with your lights and siren, blinding him with your 12,000 lumen freaking flashlight in his eyes at night. And now you shoot him and jump to all these conclusions that he was going to kill people. The only people I see out here wanting to kill somebody is the freaking government, the trained government with guns that keep telling good people they should give up their guns because you'll keep them safe. That's the only people I see trying to kill people. Outrageous. So he wanted to shoot him here. He wanted to. And he's like, well, you know what? He's kind of far. I'm not sure I can probably justify that I was fearful. But it won't take long before he gets there. So now the guy is driving away from the car that he didn't hurt, didn't contact, didn't do any damage, didn't threaten. He's driving away. And this is when you decide to shoot. And if this cop would get on a stand and go, well, I felt in fear of my life. Really? You were in the dark. You don't have a light on. It's completely dark where you're at. You've been lurking around the trees all this time and you felt fearful? That's not reasonable. It's not reasonable at all. This guy in his truck probably doesn't know he's being fired at. Probably is confused already because he's got dementia. He's already out there. He's 85. He can't hear. He's in a truck that's loud. He's being blinded by lights. And now all of a sudden he gets hit with bullets in his legs and he starts bleeding. This guy doesn't even know what the hell is going on when they start yelling at him and try to get him out of here. This is just flat out negligence on the cop's part. Negligence in training, negligence in supervision, unauthorized use of deadly force. These cops should be fucking charged, and the DA is going to justify this shit. Because we're all government. We all got to stay together against the pesky citizen. I think the cop ran out of fucking bullets. That's the only reason he stopped shooting.
L6, shots fired, shots fired.
Wow, I'm a hero now. I got to shoot my gun. I got to shoot an 85-year-old man with dementia on his own property. Man, I am one badass dude. Being a cop's dangerous, man. It's really, we're all heroes. Out freaking outrageous.
Show me your hand! Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off!
Maybe he can't hear you. He was just shot. He's bleeding. Maybe you're screaming like a freaking out-of-control pussy because you just shot somebody 17 times.
Turn it off! Get out! Get out now! Get it out! Get it out!
This guy is totally confused. He doesn't understand. He doesn't know what's happening. He says, I'm bleeding. He doesn't know how to get out of the car because he doesn't know why guys yelling at him. I don't even know if he knows this guy is a cop. I mean, I don't even know if he can see him. He actually has sunglasses on. He's 85. His seeing probably sucks anyway, and he's got sunglasses on at night.
Get out now! Get out now!
I'm old.
Get out!
Is this guy acting aggressive? I think he says kill me not because he wanted to die, because he's like, dude, you keep yelling at me, you're pointing a gun, you're acting like a freaking maniac, I don't even know what the hell's going on. Fuck it, kill me. If you're just going to keep yelling at me, kill me. That doesn't mean I'm suicide by cop. That just means I can't fucking reason with you. I told you I can't get out. I'm bleeding. I've been shot. I don't know why. I'm on freaking property. You're acting like a fucking maniac. I mean, it's just crazy that nobody can put themselves in this 85-year-old dementia dude's mind, and the DA and the sheriff is out here saying praise for the cops because they rolled in and saved the community from this guy.
Now. Get out now! Get out now!
I say turn it off. I cannot turn it off.
Get out now!
Guys, like you said, turn it off. I turned it off. What are you talking about? I'm bleeding. My legs hurt. I don't want to move. I don't even know why I'm bleeding. I don't even know why I'm shot. I don't even know why some crazy cop here has a gun on me and is screaming at me. I have no clue what the fuck's going on. Even if I was sane and didn't have dementia, I wouldn't know what the hell. If I was 85 without dementia in this guy's shoes, I wouldn't know what the hell was going on. This is outrageous.
Oh.
How can I do it?
Get out! Get out!
I'm nothing.
Get out!
I got blood.
Get out!
See, he says I got blood. I don't even know if he knows he's shot.
The car, sir.
Get out!
Yeah, I can go.
Get out of the car.
Get out of the car. They're so used on muscle memory to say car. It's a Bobcat, skid steer, whatever, tractor. It's not a car. And you can call it a lot of things. It ain't a freaking car. Well, Rick, according to I'll have some freaking cop coming here who just graduated academy. Well, according to the academy, any vehicle that has an engine that is gas powered and powered by electrical or gas is considered an automobile per the vehicle code section 14.6. Shut up, you freaking idiots.
But I don't know how can I get it out.
Get out!
Step out of the
I am
vehicle.
blind.
Do not turn that on! If you turn that on, I'm gonna shoot you!
What a freak, man. This cop's really good. Wow. He like shot 17 times and he's like still ready to shoot this guy who's already shot and is bleeding and is confused. And it's 85 with sunglasses on at night with his flashlight and his gun. Damn. Man, don't all you kids watching this want to become a police officer when you get older so you can go out there and just shoot 85-year-old unarmed men with dementia? Wow. Man, this guy's going to have great stories for his kids and grandkids. Sheriff department will be getting more money. They're going to be just fine more money because we had so many shootings. We had one incident where an officer fired 17 rounds. We need more budget for more training and more rounds because we just don't have enough. Our officers are out there protecting and serving the shit out of people. Out freaking outrageous.
Yeah, go. I die. Go. I'm gonna die.
Get out!
How can I get out? How can I get out? I will do.
Oh, I just noticed the hoodie. That's why they're treating him this way. Because everybody with a hoodie's a bad dude, right?
Saying he wants to die. Get out! Get out!
Notice when he's talking to other officers, he's calm. But when he goes back to where I can shoot somebody, he's like screaming like a maniac. Notice that voice change?
I will do terrible.
He's saying he wants to die. Get out! Get out!
How can I get out?
Take off your seatbelt!
Your blood.
I don't think that's a seatbelt. I think it's like when you get in a roller coaster or something, then they put that swing arm down. I think most Bobcats, skid steer, whatever you want to call it, I think most of them have that thing that you roll it down and you spin it up. He's confused. He's got dementia. He's been shot. He's bleeding. You guys are yelling at him with guns. I mean, God, I just can't believe the lack of humanity of somebody not being able to go, dude, he's 85 years old and he's got dementia. Do we really need to be shooting him more? He's confused. Why don't we try to help him? Not our job to help him. It's our job to come out here, restore order, and keep these pesky citizens in line. Oh, okay. I forgot the new policing motto.
Is he hit?
Yeah.
Trying to comply, trying to get out. No threats, no danger. Not saying I'm going to kill anybody.
How you shoot him?
Get out!
How can I get? He's not dead.
Take off your seatbelt.
Where's your
It's not on, right?
No. Well, he can go.
I'm so happy I'm gonna die.
Okay, here's a pro tip for you cops who are freaking pussies. If two cops go up there and each grab a hand, because I know there was always people commenting in the comments on another video. Well, I wouldn't walk up there with a skid steer because he could reach up there and start it up and drop that arm and smash me. And that's a danger and it's an officer safety issue and I wouldn't run up there. Well, that's because you're a freaking pussy. Give me a freaking break. The guy's bleeding out. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's not a threat. You could probably ask this guy right now, sir, stick your hand out so I can shake your hand. He would probably give you his damn hand. But you guys can't think out of the freaking box because you got guns and you just like to shoot people because you can.
Well, I'm so happy.
No.
Go back.
No, I got a bleeding.
I know. Sir, if you get out,
How can I get out?
take it
How
off.
can I get out?
See, he's getting frustrated now, which people with dementia do because they don't understand and they get confused, so they get frustrated. And these cops are going to take, oh my God, right here, you notice the suspect raised his fist in an angry manner and brandished weapons that could have hurt me. I was therefore in fear of my life and I couldn't approach him. I had to stay back at a position of safety. Officer safety, I didn't want to jeopardize me or other officers. Therefore, we stood at a distance with our guns trained and aimed at him to save the public in case he did something that would justify our shooting. Just freaking outrageous.
Out! You son of a bitch! Kill me!
No.
How can I get out?
So the kill me was because he's frustrated, like, you son of a bitch, you keep telling me to get out, I can't get out, I'm bleeding. What the fuck do you want me to do? Hell, I ain't even been shot and I'm frustrated with the way the cops are treating his ass. Outrageous. Now this freaking sheriff's going to come here, the DA is going to investigate this and we're going to look at this.
Who
And then
don't turn it
we'll
on?
figure it out.
What?
We'll figure out how to open it up.
No,
We'll
but
figure
let
it out.
get numb.
Right there, just chill right now until we figure it out, all right? Just chill.
Tie it
Just
up
chill
by
and
leg.
we'll figure out how to get it up.
How come you don't know?
Because I don't know how to
This
work
is the
this thing,
machine.
man. All right.
He's 85. He's making more sense with dementia than the freaking cops. How come you don't know? It's just a machine. How do you not know it's a fucking swing arm? You can't see that there's two arms on the side of me and it wraps around? You fucking idiot. I'm siding with the 85-year-old dementia guy over the government flunkies that just want to show up and shoot.
You're all right?
Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything,
Just
all
don't
right?
touch. Keep your hands where they
Tie
are.
it up.
Just cuff
Good, tie it. Good. Tie it up.
Notice the resistance. Notice when I had to put the handcuffs on, it was a very dangerous situation. He could have at any moment grabbed something and used the Bobcat and killed us all.
Good job. Okay, good. Then take a look. Tie it up the leg.
How do I lift this up off of you?
Before we turn it on. I see.
All right.
But I
See, when the guy lifted it, the guy with dementia says, oh, I see, because he's got dementia. I mean, it just kills me, the lack of humanity and fucking just compassion and empathy of this person, because the cops are just government freaking drones that know shoot, justify shoot, show up, scream, yell, order, non-compliance, must shoot.
cannot buy it. He's blind.
Come on out, brother. Come on
We
out,
need
brother.
you to start.
Come on out.
You need to work with us to move us out. Get out of here.
Step out. You gotta move.
Help us out.
There you go. There.
They're being nice. I really don't have... I would rather them walk up, grab a hand, and yank his ass out, you know, freaking head first, I don't care, yank his ass out of there so they can stop crying. I was afraid to walk up to it, Rick. He could have started it really quick and dropped the arm and killed us because, you know, it was all planning. He was a mass murderer and he had murder in his heart and he was destroying his own fence. That's very dangerous, Rick. He's a violent felon. You heard the sheriff say he was acting violent. I was really in fear of my life.
There you go. You're almost there. You're almost there, brother. You're almost there.
Slow down.
Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
Nice.
Keep it coming.
Good.
Thank you. All right.
That's good. That's good.
42. We got him out. Clear in 11. 41.
That's it
All right,
out.
have a
I tied
seat.
it out.
Have a seat on this.
Have a seat.
Right here.
Have a seat.
Right there.
There you go. There you go.
Right there. Just sit down.
I cannot sit.
Sit down.
Cutting the body.
No.
Good fight. Thank you.
Big red
I
truck.
know.
take a look. That's too much.
Get the sheriff in here.
When we have a critical incident, we want to share as much information with
As much information as long as we can cut the tape and splice it where we want to. We don't just give you the straight unedited version. We want to give you as much information as we decide where we splice it and what we cut out. Freaking.
our community as possible. But it is important to note that as of now, the investigation is ongoing. As is standard with a deputy-involved shooting, this incident is being investigated by the Stanislaus County District Attorney's Office and the Stanislaus County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, by the way, the guy saying it's being investigated, Internal Affairs works for him, so the investigation goes the way he says it, and the DA and the sheriff usually support each other in elections, and if you want the sheriff's support when you run, then you got to work with him, and if you want the district attorney's support when you're the sheriff, then you got to work with him. So these guys are not independent, and they're not working, and the DAs aren't going to charge cops because they're all government and it's them against us. Welcome to tyranny. All right, I want to clear this up because on the other footage, the media kind of cut it and made it. I still had the same outlook on this. I just have it for different reasons. I thought they had an opportunity before to do it, and they did have an opportunity, but it wasn't what the media, shocking, it wasn't what the media in the first video did. I'll put a link right up here for the first video, and on the first video, I'll put a link right up here for this one.